There is a moment, quiet, nearly invisible, when a human being finally breaks. Not the dramatic collapse people imagine, not the screaming, not the chaos, but something softer, almost soundless. A breath that trembles, a heartbeat that feels heavier than the world, a whisper inside the mind that says, "I can't carry this anymore." Most people never see that moment in others. Some don't even notice it in themselves. But behind every breaking point lies a brutal past, a history woven from silence, loneliness, and unsaid words. And today, we're going to uncover what truly happens inside the psyche of a person who appears to go crazy, but in truth has simply endured too much for too long.
A person doesn't break all at once. It happens slowly, almost politely, as if the mind is trying not to disturb anyone. The world often sees the outburst, the anger, the withdrawal, the confusion, but rarely the years of quiet suffering that came before it. In psychology, this is known as accumulated emotional overload. The psyche absorbs pain like the body absorbs stress. A harsh childhood, years of neglect, betrayal from those who were supposed to protect them. These things don't disappear when we grow up. They sink deeper, becoming invisible stones carried in silence. And when the weight becomes too heavy, a person does not explode, they collapse inward. Many people imagine that a person goes crazy suddenly, but the truth is far more tragic. What you're seeing is not insanity, it is exhaustion. It is the final stage of a mind trying desperately to survive its own memories. The brutal past often begins in childhood, a place where trust should have been built, but instead became a battlefield. A child who grew up hearing that their feelings were dramatic, wrong, or too much, learns early to silence themselves. And silence becomes a skill, a dangerous one.
Later, in adulthood, this same person becomes the one who always apologizes, always forgives, always endures. They become the strong one, the reliable one, the one who never complains. But strength has a limit, and when that limit is crossed, the mind reacts the only way it can, by forcing the person to confront the pain they've avoided for years. Psychologically, this moment is called psychic rupture, the internal breaking point where suppressed emotions spill into consciousness all at once. The person might become irritable, detached, overwhelmed by small things, or lost in waves of emotion they cannot control. They aren't crazy. They are drowning in a lifetime of unspoken truths. And behind this rupture is traumatic memory. Memories that were never processed, never acknowledged, never healed. These memories don't vanish. They hide in the mind's shadows, shaping behavior, relationships, and even self-worth. People with brutal pasts often blame themselves for the way they feel today. They think they are weak, dramatic, or unstable. But the truth is this: the body remembers what the mind tries to forget. Philosophically, many thinkers, from Nietzsche to Kierkegaard, understood the silent agony of the self. They wrote about the human struggle between who we appear to be and who we truly are. The person who breaks is not failing. They are finally confronting the truth they've buried for survival. It takes immense courage to face the past. It takes even more courage to admit that it wounded you. What looks like instability is often self-defense. The mind protects itself the way the body protects a broken bone, by forcing rest, forcing pause, forcing awareness. A person on the edge is not weak. They are a survivor whose strength has been stretched beyond what any human being was meant to endure. And here is the part most people never hear. Breaking is not the end. Breaking is the beginning of healing. Because once the mind finally stops pretending, once the silence cracks open, once the truth is acknowledged, something remarkable happens. The real self begins to emerge. Not the mask, not the role, not the survival mechanism, but the authentic person beneath all of it. A brutal past can shape a person, bend them, even wound them, but it can also awaken them. Sometimes the moment of breaking is really the moment of rebirth.